Hello collective, welcome to the channel. Got our sage and our lavender here, our lady medicine. That's what my Cherokee sister friend says lavender is. It's for the women specifically. To add that gentle touch to the purification. I hope you're all doing well and that the day is treating you kindly. It's raining. All right. Thanks for being here, everybody. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Storyline for the collective, please. Storyline for the collective, please, Spirit. In the central energy, we've got the Two of Cups. Some kind of a connection. Proposals. Balanced union in the challenge position. Queen of Pentacles. In the subconscious. We've got the Star. In the recent past. We've got the Two of Pentacles. Intentions and expectations. Nine of Pentacles. In the near future. Three of Cups. The lens is being looked through. Came out, flipped in the reverse. Page of Pentacles reversed. In the environment. The Emperor and the Lovers. hopes and fears. Page of Swords. Learning a new way of communicating. And the outcome. Disappointment with the Eight of Cups and Temperance reversed. Somebody's getting left behind. They're disappointed. They could be doing drugs or drinking to try to cope. They're out of balance. And you've got a rebirth for the, yeah. So the Sun is here. You're recuperating, maybe making plans for the future here. There is an abundant future here for the Queen of Queen of Cups. And she's here with the King of Cups and their wish come true. Which is that's bringing a painful ending to the previous cycle. And the law of cause and effect is in order. Justice is being served here. And you've got your boundaries up in regards to this community and love. Your determination to keep that loving cup full. So, okay. You've learned a lot on who you want to collaborate with and who it isn't a great idea to collaborate with. So we've got the Two of Cups in the sexual energy, partnership, marriage connections, and they'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. So you may have a connection here. It could be a spiritual connection that might be coming back, like a spiritual connection that may have been from a previous lifetime or something. We got the Queen of Pentacles here. Water, earth, intuition, the Star, narcissist. You might be shining a light on a narcissist. You're in your purpose. We've got multiple priorities in the recent past. Two of Pentacles. And we've got no. It's not the right time. Nine of Pentacles. Fruits of your labor. A life of luxury and pregnancy. You might be birthing something new. You might be actually going to have a new family. Three of Cups, a celebration. Move on. So there's a celebration within the community, and we've got move on. Someone is unavailable. It's a waste of time. It's over. So, okay. We've got the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. We've got a lack of commitment, greediness, laziness, liar. The Emperor is here. He is overseeing the structure, and he's offering protection, perhaps, to these loving unions, whether it be his own or somebody else. Fire sign. The Emperor could be here in relationship with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Page of Swords. Gold digger. Page of Swords, looking for a new way to communicate. Gold digger, they want your money being used. But we've got Eight of Cups here, which is walking away, leaving behind, abandonment. And Temperance in the reverse, overindulgence. Alcoholism, drug use. Cycles. Something's ending, something's beginning. They may have to repeat a cycle because they haven't learned how to hold their own temperance energy. Earth sign. Open your heart. There could be an earth sign that wants you to open your heart because this love spell caused you to let them go or whatever. They may be having challenges with their health, and they're trying to manifest you from a distance for a date night and a commitment. They may want to move in with you. They may be spying on you, or maybe they've been scoping you out, and they may try to come up in your energy, but they're in union or relationship with a water sign, third-party enemy. They want their pet back. They see you as a pet star. But luck is on your side, and just a few more months, good things come to those who wait. These third-party enemies should use caution because you are being protected. You are being, you have a guardian with you. And whoever this is that took a gamble with you has gotten divorced out of your energy, and they're trying to get back into your energy. So give it time for the honeymoon and the intimacy. Just wait a little while. But it looks like you've got the Emperor right here. Of course. So, Two of Cups, expect to hear from them soon. They'll be back. It's somebody from your history, or it's somebody trying to come back. Vanity. Vanity. Queen of Pentacles, using her intuition. Or maybe this vain person is challenged by this Queen of Pentacles, who sees the red flags. You're expecting this vanity to come in. This narcissist. Teacher. So the star is here shining a light on a narcissist. Congratulations. Hospitality. Somebody wants your hospitality. This narcissist wants your hospitality. This vain person trying to come back in with a congratulations. We've got Two of Pentacles and no. So it could be that they're not able to manage whatever burdens they carry here and now. Now is not the right time. We've got 9 of Pentacles, life of luxury and pregnancy, birthing something new, creating something, building a family, home. You're expecting a home, to build a home. There's a celebration. Someone is unavailable. It's a waste of time. It's over. Move on. There could be a celebration that you're moving on. They were talking about you doing quantum leaps. Martyr. Someone is unavailable. It's a waste of time. Move on. Move on. Martyr. The martyr, I looked that up the other day and it was interesting. The martyr likes to attach energetic cords, string, in pursuit of sympathy and attention. And they're being told to move on. Those people who want to attach cords and strings to you are moving on. You're unavailable, and this martyr needs to get on down the road. We got greediness and laziness and liar. Remember, evermore. So you're remembering everlasting love, beautiful love. Somebody lied about your evermore. This greedy, lazy jackwagon who lacks commitment to anything lied about the evermore. It could have been you. Like, there was something about it. Some younger said divorce, and then somebody said that she wasn't really married, that it wasn't a valid contract. So you're being remembered. Somebody lied. A greedy, lazy person lied about having a contract with you. You weren't ever really married. It was a setup. It was a false contract. The Emperor is here regarding these love unions, these relationships, these partnerships, these marriages, or his own marriage here with a fire sign. Maybe he is a fire sign. Body. Body. Perception. Well, the body is the soul's container. So there is a perception regarding the body. Let's see here. What's this perception say? What you're perceiving is not the truth. It's a version of the truth. Somebody had a limited perception of the vessel that houses your spirit and your soul. They had a limited perception of the health of your temple and the energy that flows in it. So somebody wants to communicate. They want to find out, how did you do this? This is a gold digger. Optimism. A gold digger is optimistic about learning from you how you managed the flesh temple that houses your spirit and your soul through the challenges that they presented you with. They're optimistic. But maybe they just want to find out. They want your money being used, meaning they want your happiness being used. These are happiness haters, but everything good comes from a happy heart, right? Full of love. So there could be new ways of communicating with this gold digger. They may try to get on board the happy train because they're getting left behind and they're in a temperance reversed energy. They may be doing drugs, or they may be trying different adaptogens. They may be trying to do whatever it is that you did in this new cycle, because what they had with you is ending and they have to fend for themselves now. So they're looking at this limited perception of the flesh temple that houses spirit and soul, and they're trying to figure out how they can get on this optimism. How can they get on the frequency of happiness? Explorer in the reverse. So there's a new cycle here that this explorer will not be part of. Like whatever species this is, they're not going to be in this. So the cycle with the explorer, with whoever these vain narcissists are, they're not going to be here in the future. Do nothing. Be you. You did not do anything. You were just being you. And you are just being you. You got a defense here from this hardship that was been brought in the history of these so-called important people who were entertaining, pretending that they were this or that, or driving the personalities, puppeting people for entertainment with their knowledge, with their privileged knowledge. They were seen, or you were seen, as you took care of yourself. You may have felt invisible. There's forgiveness here for you. There's a leadership position here for you on this spiritual throne. You've got a hidden location, whatever that is. We've got justice. You may be a justice. They keep talking about a magistrate. You could be a magistrate. This emperor could be a magistrate. Religion is in the grave. Because it's addicted to pretending that they are somebody else and doing magic on people for things. Taking the things and the purpose from conscientious people who actually do the work to maintain temperance energy. They go in there and they drive peaceful people into the snake. But you didn't take any shortcuts with this haunting that they did. You actually buckled up and you just persevered through it. So now there is, you could be making an appearance, or maybe you do appear as though you are a creator, or maybe your creativity in this challenging time makes you appear as though you are arcana and you're wholesome. You're not stuck up. You're not egomaniac. You're not out there hurting people. So while this masculine was absent from your life, you had to do all of the work by yourself. And it's seen that as you are, you're definitely a sovereign being. No matter how hard or how thoroughly they shut down everything that is you, you still are obviously a sovereign being. So you're getting a new pathway. And this player, this ancestor who is playing around with you, they have expectations of you taking this chair. You're a magistrate. You are the judge. They're afraid here because they brought conflict to your shine, to your family. Horse playing around with the dead, with spirits. But love has survived. And you have been elevated in service here. You are in service. This wise guy is still trying to communicate or box people's ears. Or maybe now he wants to communicate with this kin of the past. He's sending a message. There's some kind of objectivity. There's attention brought to your stability, to your reliability, to your promise. To your promise. And apparently this tribe is receiving visitations because your self perseverance has brought a change. That drama that your competition brought to you and your limelight position here are being disconnected. They're being disconnected, all that, and they're taking that drama with them. And it was prophesied. Those people who were not willing to settle down in time, or it's time for the innocent to go play, to go have fun, to go be creative, to enjoy what it is that had been taken from them. So we do have Two of Cups here, mutual attraction and connections. But we've got they'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. And Vanity. What's going on with this Vanity? Well, there's death here. But let's see what else is going on. We got the Martyr right there. So the Two of Cups are here. Expect to hear from them soon. Those people who are vain, or somebody who is vain, or vanity in itself. They might be trying to telepathically request forgiveness. Maybe they want forgiveness for messing with your imagination. Vanity wants forgiveness for messing with your imagination. Queen of Pentacles here, a supportive mother figure, is using her intuition regarding a teacher. Discipline. Discipline. So there's a teacher that can accomplish what they set their mind to. And it could just very well be that this vain person is challenged by that. Whoever they came after has a wealth of knowledge that they were trying to claim. You know, they were trying to claim the memories of this person without actually doing the work to obtain the information and the knowledge. So you're the star here. Could be that your purpose is to what? You have rejuvenated, you have renewed. You might be the star, the supercharger, well, you got the fire on here. It looks like there's a narcissist wanting to congratulate you, accepting the things they cannot change. There's a narcissist wanting to get into your space. This vain person wants forgiveness for messing with your mind, for fooling around here. We've got multiple priorities, but no, it's not the right time. Here and now, no. Here and now, no, it's not the right time, here and now. fear. So so it could be love and balance and no, now is not the right time. Here and now, we've got afraid. So they're here and now. They're in fear of but what you're birthing. You've got a life of luxury. You're coming into the fruits of your labor. You're expecting to birth something new. You might be expecting a home. You might be expecting to go home, wherever that might be. Service. I feel good when I can help others. You're a being of service. You're an actual teacher. You know, and I feel like whoever this gold digger was that's being disconnected, you know, this person, I feel as though they insinuated that you didn't have anything to offer. So they took everything from you and they insinuated that you were daft. But they needed everything that you are in order to appear as though they were not, right? So we've got a celebration here. This martyr who is always looking for sympathy and, you know, a praise for themselves and their sacrifice. They're being told to move on. You're unavailable. It's a waste of time. It's over. Get out of here, martyr. And they're worried. They're worried. They're greedy. They're lazy. And they lied about this marriage. You're being remembered. You're remembering. They lied about this marriage. There was not a marriage. There was no marriage. It was fraud. We've got change, and there's a change here. You're remembering, and there's a change here. Emperor is here regarding the lovers, fire sign. Somebody had a limited perception of the temple of this fire sign, being able to hold balance and perfect harmony. This gold digger wants to know, they might be doing some kind of research on how to get on board the happy train. Get out of there, fly. They might be trying to, they want to get on board happy. They want to be able to tap into your happiness, your wealth, your good energy. They want your money being used. Death. So they're looking for new ways of communicating. They're feeling very restless. This gold digger wants your money being used, but we have optimism and death. It could be that their optimism is in the toilet. They don't have any, they're not feeling optimistic about this situation. Or maybe they're optimistic that they can bring you a death. Maybe you're optimistic because this is over with this gold digger. Eight of Cups leaving behind. Temperance in the reverse. Something ending, something beginning. Explorer in the reverse. And they have no peace. So the Explorer is not going to be part of your cycle. They don't have any peace here. Their optimism, their happiness is in the toilet. It's dead and gone. They're guilty and they need to surrender. They need to surrender to the inner voice that guides you, that you trust, that you're grateful and thankful for. And, you know, these people are in grief because you're happy here in your purpose. And it could be that they have failed in their purpose to blame you for their nastiness. So we've got the unified love, a marriage connection. Expect to hear from them soon. Those vanity wants forgiveness for messing with your mind. You are irreplaceable, and they know that. But they thought that they were going to be able to trap you forever and actually take your place. And so, you know, you're irreplaceable. The way you love can never be matched. They want forgiveness for screwing with your mind. We've got the Queen of Pentacles here using her intuition regarding a teacher and discipline. Maybe they're bringing discipline to this teacher, this vanity, this person who is vain, messing with people's minds. She could be delivering discipline to this person for messing around with you. We've got broken and shattered. This teacher, this vain person could be broken and shattered about this situation because you're shining a light on this narcissist, or you have renewed and healed from everything that they did. And it could very well be that a narcissist wants to offer you congratulations, to accept the things that they cannot change and just say, you know, congratulations, cheers, cheerio on your reunion. Time management. No, it's not the right time. We've got here and now. We've got fear. They're not able to tap into love. They're afraid because they took part in a passion project, in this chemistry. Like maybe that's their future. That's how they treated you. They can't tap into anybody. They're just going to go get effed, get reamed, get used for their sexual energy. Like maybe their root and sacral chakras will be drained from others who have no intention of building anything with them. I don't know. Maybe what they did to you will be happening to them. They were gold digging and siphoning your happiness out of you. But they're afraid now about this chemistry, this passion project. They can't, there's the answer for love and balance for them is no. It's not the time for that. They're afraid. You're getting a 9 of Pentacles, life of luxury. You're getting a home. You might become a mother or a father. You are in service. You feel good when you can help others. Hope. You never gave up hope. There's a celebration. This martyr, this clout chaser, is worried. They're being told to move on, that you're unavailable. They got to get out of your energy. They don't have any right to be in your energy. It was a false contract. They lied about this contract. It was greed all the way. They falsified documents, pretended that there was some sort of relationship or a contract, and it wasn't that at all. It was a lie. There was never a legal contract or marriage. It was straight up red rumming and lying and magical interference in another person's life while they siphoned their stuff. Look, egotistical, prideful person. They're worried. They're worried because they're greedy, they're lazy, and they lied about this connection, and it's being remembered. This was a lie, and it's being changed. There was never a marriage here. It was straight up fraud. This soul tie. So there's a change to this soul tie because it was a lie. It didn't exist. But it was being commanded by a thief and false documents and fraudulent officials in support of it. The Emperor is here. He's a respectable leader. He's all about the structure and the discipline of this foundation. He's offering protection for the lovers, these relationships that are a deep, sacred union. There's a fire sign here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It could be his person. somebody had a limited perception of your body, your temple, and the fact that you can bring a state of perfect harmony into your world, that you can maintain balance. Maybe he has watched you maintain balance throughout this interference. Maybe he's been watching you do that. The status of your flesh temple, the status of the home, the house that houses your spirit soul complex. This Emperor, I feel, is looking at that. We have somebody, a Page of Swords, having a lot of mental energy. This gold digger and their happiness is having a death, like it's over. Their happiness is gone. They're overwhelmed and stressed out. They're in the Eight of Cups energy, abandonment, getting left behind, withdrawal, disappointment, Temperance in the reverse, going to extremes. They're imbalanced. They're having some kind of drug use. Something is ending, something is beginning. So there's a new cycle beginning here, and this Explorer is in the reverse. Like there's no more exploring and there's no more peace. Like they don't have any peace. They don't have any, they're not able to explore like the mental bodies of others. They can't go into other people's homes and astral project and spy. They can't harvest off of the unsuspecting. Daydreaming. They're longing for you. This is an unexpected, this is an unexpected outcome, that there will be responsible, that it's time, that it's time. The unexpected outcome is that those who are responsible are getting this soul contract. Responsible families are here. Your financial needs and your emotional needs will be taken care of. This person, it did not go the way they thought it was going to go. This copycat or whatever, regarding this soul contract. They don't know what to do because they got a lot of habits that they can't change. They're confused about destiny. Somebody wants to talk about money. They need money. And they're detached. Like there's secrets, there's lies, there's a detachment. They sabotage themselves by playing in the shadows. This reflection with a like a mirror magic or just a dim light. There's an understanding of what they did. Your connections have been mended because of your self-love. These ones are reminiscing about leaving you alone, all by yourself, about running away from you, and now all of a sudden they don't want you, they want you back. But the truth is revealed here. They're in disagreement about your absence. You have escaped the clutches of this chaser, this destiny swapper, this chaser. They're in regret for all the lies that they told, because now there's unfinished business, and what they put you through is coming for them, and there's nothing they can do about it. They want forgiveness for neglecting you. They're found unworthy, and they've missed their opportunity for being with you. We got holding back and gossip. Everybody's talking about how they're being held back. They're going to get reciprocity for what they did, with all these mistakes that they made, to these commitments and their third-party enemies and this game that they were playing. They didn't appreciate the beauty in you. And so now we're entering a new chapter here where they, these two people, or these third-party enemies that were scamming third parties and draining them and siphoning them and all that crap, yeah, they can't separate from each other. They're stuck with each other. They're bound. And they will be hurting from all of the damages that they have caused. They were not happy with the way things were going, and they're guilty and feeling the pain from the damages that they have caused. They're going to be in a temperance reverse. Their cups are all spilled. I mean, they got 8 cups, but only 3 of them are upright. Everything else has spilled, it looks like. There's no peace. There's no exploring. They can't explore. They can't astral project, astral travel. There's just daydreaming. There's just wishful thinking. So we've got marriage connections, and expect to hear from them soon. Those who are vain want your forgiveness for messing with the imagination of irreplaceable love. You are irreplaceable. Natural disaster. They want forgiveness for messing with your mind and putting you at risk. They recognize now that you're irreplaceable. Your love isn't replaceable. We've got Queen of Pentacles here, using her intuition, checking out the red flags. She's checking out this teacher, offering discipline to whoever this teacher is that taught people how to do this kind of crap to people. So she's disciplining a teacher who is feeling broken and shattered about this situation. A mask wearer. She's dealing with that. She's divvying out discipline to this this mask wearer. This teacher is receiving discipline from this Queen of Pentacles for effing around with unions, with love like this. The star has rejuvenated. There is a renewal here, a healing. This narcissist wants to come in and offer hospitality, accepting the fact that they cannot change your reunion. You are reunited and you are at peace. They want to congratulate you. I don't know how you're going to manage that. I'd rather they not touch my energy again. So regarding union and love and balance, we've got no. We've got no. Now is not the right time for balance and love. Here and now, we've got somebody afraid. They're in fear over this chemistry, over all this sexual activity. Their pride is hurt. Their self-esteem is bruised. You're getting a Nine of Pentacles life of luxury. You're getting a home. You may become a mother or a father. You may be birthing something new, a business or whatever. You never gave up hope on each other, and you are offering some kind of a service, and you feel good when you can help others. It may be that you are birthing a business. We've got blessing here. Enlightenment. You could feel enlightened. You are a blessing. You may see that this union and working together is a blessing. You know, you got pregnancy, home, haven't given up on us, and then service together, and a life of luxury, fruits of your labor. It looks to me like you're going to probably have a nice life. There's a celebration because this martyr who's always looking for, you know, approval, and they want to be like your idol, your God or whatever. They want you to recognize them for all of the sacrifices that they have made for you, even though there's no evidence of any thing being done to improve your life, you know. So it's just words. There's no evidence that those words are true or not. It's just words. So they're being told to move on. You're unavailable. It's a waste of time. It's over. This martyr who is a what is that word? Aggrandizing individual is worried. They let their pride get in the way to the connection. Their ego is like out of control. And it's time. We've got organized. They were talking about an organizer the other day. There may be some kind of a plan for this greedy, lazy liar who lied about a marriage connection with somebody here. This fire sign, it looks like to me. You're being remembered, and there's a change here in this soul tie. It was not an actual contract. There's an arrangement. You're ready for a new soul tie. The Emperor is here with the Lover's card and a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. He's been watching you and the functions of your body, your energy output, your stability, your ability to manage yourself in very stressful or challenging situations. And the fact that you were able to maintain your balance and your perfect harmony, so that you were being watched here, and the body that you inhabit was being watched. This person, it sounds to me like they may want to have a child with you, and they wanted, you know, first off, you're a fire sign, so you've got the sun in you. And your body, you know, how did you bring a state of perfect harmony into the world? We've got pregnancy there, and it looks to me like he was, what did they say? Somebody long ago, a younger masculine said, high quality, not high maintenance. So you are high quality, not high maintenance. It's like you are able to maintain your own stuff, and your high quality, perfect harmony and balance within your temple, high vibing with the sun energy. This Emperor has been looking at that, and it looks to me like he finds you to be the perfect match, the perfect temple for creating new life with. Somebody wants to find a new way of communicating. They may be feeling a little restless. They're a gold digger, and they want your money to be used for something. Their happiness is in the toilet. There's death here, and they are stressed out and overwhelmed. They could be stressed out and overwhelmed by death. Maybe they are stressed out and overwhelmed because they're a happiness hater. This gold digger was a happiness hater, and now there's death. Overwhelming fright, overwhelming paranoia. Eight of Cups, disappointment, leaving behind. Temperance reversed, extremes, alcoholism or drug addictions. Something ending, something beginning. We're entering into fate, into karma, a new cycle. There won't be any exploration, or maybe this explorer won't be present here. Their new cycle won't have any peace. They've got daydreaming. They're longing for you. But they're separated. They're daydreaming and longing for you, but there's separation. They could be stalking you on the social media. This dominator. They want your real estate. This tyrant. They're dreaming about the real estate that belongs to, and the job that belongs to this person who has earned a lot of merit. You're a good moral human. You have persevered over this tyrant, this dominator, and this malicious abuse that you were being given. The curses, they tried to curse your mind, your mental body with this disturbance, and maybe they did, but now they're going to receive justice, and they're bound to their commitments of death, because that's what they wanted for you, death magic. That's what they wanted for you, but they're being stopped, and it's being mirrored back to them according to the divine. Every nasty thing that they did or intended for you is going back to them. Now they want to apologize because they're in danger and they're in a nightmare. They're having lots and lots of nightmares. They're paranoid. They're paranoid. And they can no longer spy on the sweethearts who are coming together, and they're going to birth a new life together. Business and stuff. Somebody is protesting this magic um, the inadequacy of this magic. Because you're over here having sweet dreams, experiencing a miracle, and you've taken all of this information and applied it here. What you prayed for, Or maybe this religion here was praying to rob you of your high vibing, high vitality energy and all of your ideas, you know? But you are a high value person and you're going to have this marriage, and they wanted it for themselves. This whole network who was trying to take that from you are overloaded right now. They fell into an imagination trap. So they're in a mental trap. They're experiencing paranoia. They could be getting very angry. You know, it's been a long time since those first frightening years, you know, when I didn't know what was going on. And people in flesh suits tried to tell me that it was imaginary. So now you have a vow of friendliness, of joy, friends, of fate. You're moving into a destiny where you can have a life of ease, a vow with spirit, with each other. You have triumphed. You have won. And the bully is going to lose their freedom. They're going to be confined. While you who love yourself and create beauty and balance and harmony wherever you go, you're bringing stability wherever you are. And that's good. And these people are sick about it because you have rejected them. They've lost you. They've lost you. You know. And they're very, very mean. So they fantasize about ways that they could get you back. And none of it is, you know, positive or sweet or kind. Fierce, unified love. Expect to hear from them soon. That vanity wants forgiveness for messing with your mind, for bringing natural disaster and risk to an irreplaceable person. You're being fierce and aggressive with this. You're protecting yourself. Queen of Pentacles could be a protectress. She is using her intuition. She could be disciplining the teacher who taught folks how to do this. They may be, this mask wear is broken and shattered about this stuff. And they've lost. So the mask wear is broken and shattered because they have lost. The star has rejuvenated and healed. And the narcissist wants to congratulate you. And accept the things that they cannot change. You have this reunion here, and you are at peace. Forgiveness. There could be forgiveness between you and your person based on, you know, all of these lies that were told months ago. The divine stated that that you would be vindicated. I think that has happened here. You've got forgiveness and there is a reunion here. Somebody, they misjudged you based on the illusions and the lies of the gold digger last cycle, it appears. And there was some issues. So somebody's pride is hurt regarding this passion project. They were tempted by the snake. They're afraid. You're getting a life of luxury, a home, a pregnancy. You're here in service. You feel good when you can help others. You never gave up hope for this beautiful, loyal union, a blessing. You've been hurt before, so it's hard for you to trust, but you're going to let love in. You're going to let someone in and love again. So you still feel that this union that you haven't given up hope on is still relevant, even though you've been hurt before and it's hard to trust people. There is a celebration here. Someone is unavailable. You are unavailable. It's a waste of time. It's over. This martyr, this person who is always seeking outside validation to let them know how glorious they are worried. This prideful person has the clock is here. There's a schedule. It's time for them to go be alone. It's time for them to go be alone. It's time for them to experience what it is like to be all by themselves. They were greedy and lazy, and they lied about having a contract with you. You are being remembered, and there is a change here in this soul tie. You're getting ready. There's preparations being made. It looks like you're going to be with this emperor here, and one of you is a fire sign. It's time to commit and put down roots. It's like whoever faked this contract with you, whoever lied about that, they took everything from you and then they created a story about you. They said that you weren't willing to be settled down or be responsible. They absolutely lied. They absolutely lied. So now you're going to get to go get a new family. Whoever this person was, not only did they lie about the contract, then they tried to lie about your ability to manage a home. Like they tried to say that there was a marriage, and there never was. Dude just filed fraudulent documents, drained your spiritual account, left you alone, made sure that you had a life of suffering. They thought for certain it was an impossible life of suffering and that you would never, ever, ever get your shine on again. But this emperor has been watching you, fire sign, your body, and how you managed it and always maintained balance and harmony. And that doesn't mean that you don't have moments of, visiting your South Node, because you are a well-rounded whole being. So, there's no flat spots on you. We got distant. Distant. Far away physically and emotionally. See if you can rekindle the passion again. This person, because it is a reunion here, and because it says expect they'll be back, expect to hear from them soon. This person could be from a past lifetime, perhaps. Maybe you knew each other in a distant time. We've got a Page of Swords here, looking for knowledge. This gold digger is experiencing a death to their happiness, or maybe they're just they're a happiness hater and they do their best to destroy happiness. They're feeling overwhelmed and paranoid right now because they have a long road to go before they get what they want. There's a long road to go of fright, of paranoia, of overwhelm. They have to go carry the huge burden that they had laid upon you falsely. It wasn't even a proper contract. They took advantage of an innocent person who didn't have anything to do with their life. It was all fraud. It was all a lie. So they're getting left behind, and they are in temperance reversed energy. They got to go repeat this cycle. And there's an explorer in the reverse. Peace in the reverse. Daydreaming, longing for you. Introvert, separated. So whoever's been daydreaming of being with you, of being you, they're getting separated because you're leaving. You're leaving, and they don't have any peace. They don't have anything at all. They did not explore how to create peace within their own self. They're in temperance reversed energy. They spent all their time gold digging, stealing, and pretending. They have no idea how to manage themselves, how to bring balance and harmony to their temple, to their life. They relied on you and your suffering and your harvested light to manage that for themselves. They didn't even bother developing skills, the necessary skills. So everything that they've built on the sexual energy of others, or the life force essence of others, is crumbling. It's all going to ruins to make room for the love that you deserve, because they were playing games with love. They weren't legitimate at all. There was nothing moral or ethical or righteous about it. There certainly isn't any intelligence here. They're reaching out for love, trying to connect to love, but love is eluding them because they are guilty of lying, cheating, and stealing. They are grieving because you have an exit plan. And they are struggling in a rabbit hole now, having anxiety, and their needs aren't being met. Their cup is empty, or maybe they emptied the cup of many flames, and now or maybe their ability to fill their cup with other people's light and flame, vital force, is ending. They can no longer fill their cup with other people's energy. They broke every single promise that they made, and they made life very, very difficult for others. They're very, very childish in their ways of always destroying people's lives and sitting back and laughing while they pick up the pieces. They need to face it. It wasn't right. They kept secrets and told lies. And you deserve a break from this because you're exhausted. This person and their group of people, they really took it to the extreme. They were so happy about themselves. So we've got this Vanity wants forgiveness for messing with your mind. You're being very aggressive. You are irreplaceable, and now they're triggered because the Oracle is talking about this natural disaster that you survived. Or maybe they're triggered by the Oracle. Maybe you are an Oracle. And they messed with your mind. They wanted to have possession over your field of consciousness. They wanted to be you. This person is triggered because they wanted to be you, Oracle. They wanted to tap your mind and claim it. Your memories, your messaging, your intellectual property. They wanted to steal the mind of this Oracle. But they lost. Queen of Pentacles. She's using her intuition regarding red flags. I think she's bringing discipline to a teacher who taught this bad stuff. This maskwear is broken and shattered because they have lost due to your self-care. They have lost the knowledge for self-care. They don't know how. They wanted to steal your mind, your memories, your knowledge, and pretend that they had done the work to gain that information and knowing. You're a star. You have healed. You have revitalized. You're shining a light on this narcissist. You're shining a light on all of the narcissists. You're being congratulated and accepted. You are reunited. You are at peace. And it looks like this shadow demon wants your forgiveness. So, unicorn in the reverse. So, when it comes to love and balance, it's called no, it's not the right time. Here and now, somebody is afraid. There's somebody who is involved in this passion project, this chemistry, this third-party enemy scenario. Their pride is hurt. They were tempted by the snake, and they did not capture the unicorn. Their pride is hurt. They could not capture the unicorn. You're getting your 9 of Pentacles life of luxury. You're getting a home. Perhaps you're going to be having a pregnancy. Maybe you'll be a mother. You never gave up hope on faithful, loyal union. You are in service and you feel good that when you can help others. And it looks like the two of you could have been hurt before. And it could be hard for you to trust. But you're letting somebody in and you're going to love again. This blessing is... like a wish fulfillment. You are the blessing. This is your blessing. Congratulations. There is a celebration here. This martyr, this person who is a glory hound, they want people to see them as, you know, God or the best thing since God. They're being told to move on. You're not available. It's a waste of time. It's over. They have lost you, this martyr. They're worried. This is an egotistical person, and it's time for them to go be alone. They need to go be in a situation all by themselves. There's no more doing the very least to gain the very most. We're not doing that this cycle. No more doing the very least to gain the very most. It's time for them to go be alone, to do it on their own. And they did not explore any avenues on how to bring balance to their own temple. They don't know how to take care of themselves. They only know how to steal money and pretend as though they're clever. This is a greedy, lazy Page of Pentacles reversed. This is a liar who was doing something sneaky. They lied about a marriage contract. It's you're being remembered. It was a false contract. It was not a real contract. It was not a real marriage. There's a change here for this soul tie, and you're ready for it. You're making preparations. It's time for you to commit and put down roots. This person had you out there drifting around like a freaking weed seed, spreading rumors about your inability to remain loyal, faithful, or whatever. This jerk fraudulently filed a marriage certificate. You may not even know who this jerk is, but it was false. There was that last night. That was a conversation. There was no marriage contract. It wasn't real. So there's no need for a divorce. It was flat out abuse of an innocent person and theft of wealth and energy and life force vitality of somebody who wasn't part of the family, somebody who didn't agree to a contract, somebody who wasn't willingly working with them. They just targeted somebody, hid them away, and treated them like they were trash that they never actually introduced themselves to. There's an influence here. You may be an influencer here. They're told to stay in their own lane. You bring a sense of perfect balance and harmony to your life. You and your person, this emperor and his person, one or both of you may be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Somebody's been perceiving or looking at your body, how you maintain a perfect sense of balance and harmony. An influencer is telling them to stay in their own lane. Stay distant. This emperor could be telling somebody to keep out of this influencer's energy. Keep your distance. Page of Swords is a gold digger. Their happiness is in the coffin. They're overwhelmed and paranoid. They've got a long, long road of overwhelm and paranoia. Fashion Witch. You're leaving them behind. They're in Temperance, reversed energy. They got to repeat this cycle. They did not explore how to bring peace to themselves, and they don't have any peace. Temperance reversed. They were daydreaming, longing for you, but there is a separation here. They might be spying on your social media. You are leaving. You're leaving, and you're taking your billionaire status with you. You're leaving, and you're taking your billionaire status with you. You're an empath. And these trauma-bonded trolls, vampiric trolls, are jealous. They might try to come in and love bomb and gaslight you because they need a snack for this cult leader. They got to feed something. But it's being announced you're a legend. Like, what you have done here is the impossible. The theory is, or the conspiracy theory is, that you're taking the land back, and that these ones are being warned that they're going to go get lost. And they think that this starseed is a bitch. This is a simp doing the most for somebody who cares the least. And they're feral. There's no morals, there's no ethics, there's no self-control, there's no boundaries, there's no honor, there's no loyalty, there's nothing except greed and need. I'm going to go ahead and pull one of these just to see what happens. It's been I've been doing these a little longer now because we're winding up, we're winding it down. The changes that have happened in the astral or in the etheric realms are happening here now. It's probably going to get a little ugly, a little intense. There certainly are a lot of threats being made in the auditory realm. It's so weird to me because you never hear, they talk about solutions, but they never talk about creating something beneficial. Their solutions are always involve destroying somebody else. Queen of Cups. So they're triggered by this oracle who is a Queen of Cups. Emotionally balanced, empathic. Her love cup is still overflowing, still beautiful, vibrant energy. She's protecting herself from these people. Or maybe it's the Queen of Pentacles giving discipline to this teacher. This mask wearer is feeling broken and shattered because they have lost the ability to take care of themselves because they can't tap into the mental body of this starseed, of this Queen of Cups. They cannot claim your wealth of knowledge. They cannot claim everything that you have learned while struggling on this impossible path. They can't claim it and say they did the work. They can't do it. This is a mask wearer. So they don't know how to take care of themselves. They're having nightmares. They can't sleep. See, they were just a bunch of jerks. And they thought eventually, at the end of it, if they could just bury you and claim your memory, your mind, then they could claim that they did all that work, and they could claim that they're the ones who hold the covenant with the Most High. But they're just brutal folks that have technology on how to harvest memories and energies and stuff. You have healed from what this narcissist did to you. You're being congratulated and accepted in this reunion. You have inner peace here. There's a shadow demon that says they didn't mean to hurt you, but they're going to have to go deal with the Hierophant. This shadow demon could be a Hierophant, or they're just going to have to go deal. They're asking the Hierophant for forgiveness. It could be that this shadow demon is asking the Hierophant for forgiveness. They're asking God for forgiveness. They weren't able to trap the unicorn, the special star seed. They weren't able to tap the mind and claim the identity, and then continue to go around wearing all these different masks, doing all these different horrid things as this person. Hermit. Everything has been researched very clearly. It's very obvious what's going on here. Somebody was, that Passion, Mr. Passion was too full of themselves. Two of Swords, stuck in the middle. You may have your, like there may be a tough decision here regarding this union, because you have been hurt before. So you may have a little bit of difficulty letting your boundaries down, letting your guard down. But there is a celebration here within the community, because this egotistical person who relies on others telling them how glorious they are worried. They're a prideful person, and it's time for them to go be alone with all of this nastiness. There's no more doing the very least for the very most. They're in fear here. They're in fear regarding a Six of Cups. It could be that they're afraid of the history. They're afraid of what they have done in the past. They might be trying to hide it, or maybe they're just worried about the deception. Or maybe it's just because they were so deceptive in the past with these illusions, that they are now going to have to go walk this path alone, like you did. Alone, buried under false contract, and heavily, heavily, heavily burdened by people that never even bothered to introduce themselves and tell you that they were using you. No, they just thought they'd hide you away, and, you were just some punk kid without intelligence, right? Some peasant. Some peasant that they purposely hid away in some narcissistic family who had legal issues or addiction issues or abusive issues or whatever. That's what they would do. Tap into the bright and shiny one and then bury them. Fake a contract and then steal everything from them. Lazy, greedy. Sacrifice. Let go. It could be that those who were not willing to be responsible, those weed seeds, are being sacrificed. And it's not you. You're getting ready for a new soul tie. Whoever this is that lied about having a contract with you, they're out. They're out, man. They're out. Out. The Emperor is here with his partner. The strength of two together. One or both are a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. He's been watching your physical vessel that houses your spirit and your soul, and he could have been watching all of your bodies, your ability to keep balance and perfect harmony within your world while under heavy stress. It could be that he is saying, stay in your own lane when it comes to this influencer. this fire sign, this person. He's like claiming this person. Seven of Swords. In the reverse. They're not able to steal from you. So you're an influencer, and this Emperor is like, stay in your own lane, dudettes, keep your distance. They're not able to steal or deceive. They got caught red-handed, and they need to stay in their own lane when it comes to this influencer. This is the end of that kind of crap. This is the end of a King of Pentacles siphoning the wealth out of influencers, oracles, and I think that's what this is. You know, these gold diggers, they go and they, you know, people say, you have no idea what happens to psychics. Well, we got gold diggers that look at these influencers, and then they tap in and they say, hey, who's got what and who's expecting what, and then they just do their little trick, their magic tricks, right? So we got this this thing about this Page of Swords. This gold digger is a happiness hater. They may have killed or put in the grave a lot of people's happiness, so that, and then stolen their wealth from that. They're overwhelmed and paranoid right now. They got a long road to go before they get what they want. This is a fashion witch. Magician. This is a fashion witch magician, and we've got the Death card here. This is the end of their happiness. This is the end of their happiness. This is the end of their relationship with this particular battery. It was not a real marriage. It was not a real contract. It was a fraud, and it was a lie. A whole big lie. They're getting left behind in their Temperance reversed energy. They're going to have to go repeat a cycle. They did not explore how to create peace within themselves, and they have no peace. They're daydreaming of being with you, but they're getting separated. You are leaving, and you are an empath with a billionaire status. It could be that, you know, this lifetime story called Earthwoman, you are well known. And by billionaire status, I'm not talking dollars. I'm talking like well known. You're like Earthwoman and Earthman. And you've got control over this situation here. These hybrids that had been trafficking you as slaves, these entities that weren't human, they've lost and they have to leave. Or maybe you're leaving and they're trapped. Who knows? Take it as it resonates. Because they were fighting. They were fighting and creating chaos with the empath, the one who actually cared. So now you're in a Four of Swords, you're going to go heal, or this situation is being laid to rest. This cheating, this chaos, this aggressiveness toward a billionaire status empath, somebody who's well known, they're leaving. They're not going to be dealing with this crap anymore. Divine Mother stated that this is the last lifetime story for Earthwoman. These ones are in a tower. These ones are in a complete tower. They're being laid to rest for the cheating, the stealing, the crimes. It's time to heal. It's time for the Earth Angel to come home and heal. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and leave this one here. I hope that it brings clarity to something that you already intuitively knew. And I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.